Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I would like to thank those that were able to subscribe to my channel as well as watch my first video. It truly means the world to me. If this is your first time on my channel, please feel free at any given time to watch my introduction video as well as subscribe below this video. So without further ado, let's get into the topic of discussion for today. Stop downplaying your accomplishments. This is something that I can personally say that I used to do all the time. And it wasn't so much that I was downplaying it, but it just seemed like I would kind of brush it off to the side like it wasn't really a big deal. But it was a big deal. I successfully completed a lot of great things in life, and I should not have just been focused on how long it took me to get there or felt like I was behind. My main focus should have just been on the positive aspect of accomplishing something. So I'm going to list a few key factors that help me, and I feel like that can possibly help you all, so that way you are not in the same predicament that I was in, or that you are currently in that same predicament and you really want to work on not downplaying accomplishments. Key point 1. We are our biggest critics. We are so hard on ourselves. We're harder on ourselves than anybody else can be on. Sometimes when you're so hard on yourself, you actually hurt yourself. And that is something that we definitely do not want to do. It's okay to critique yourself, but try to focus more on being a positive critic rather than a negative critic. And these are the two aspects I would like for you guys to focus on. Instead of saying, oh, I can do better or I need to work on, try to say I can add to. I mean, you can say I need to work on, but I feel like add to just sounds a little bit better. So instead of just, you know what, I need to be better at this or I need to do better at this, you know what, I just want to add to the success that I've already completed. Because I feel like when we're saying you need to do better, you're still focusing on the negative aspect of it. But if you say I can add to, you're focusing on the positive aspect of things. And you're just wanting to add more positivity to what you already have. Key factor number 2. Get in the habit of being proud of yourself. It is okay to be proud that you were able to complete something. You can sit back and even tell yourself,
you know what? I'm so proud of you.
Or,
you know what? I'm so proud of you. A lot of people don't know what it took for you to get to where you are right now.
that is okay. It doesn't mean you're conceited. That just means you're confident within yourself. Key point 3. There's always room for growth. Which brings us back to when you're saying, oh, I need to do better, rather than I just want to add to. When you're adding to, that sounds more positive, right? Rather than you need to do better. There's always room for growth. Everybody wants to grow. But while you're growing, don't forget not to overlook what you've already completed. Key point number 4. This is something that I personally had to really work on. And that was simply just saying,
thank you.
There was never a need to add anything after that. And I know I cannot be the only person. But what was the main thing we would say?
Thank you, but...
They don't have to hear anything else. Just simply, thank you. They're congratulating you on an accomplishment. And you should just be proud to hear that someone else is proud of you. Which brings us to the last key point. Key point number 5, unappreciation. I feel like when we're so focused on the negative aspect of an accomplishment that we just completed, we're being unappreciative of the fact that we just did something successful. Why are we still focusing on something so negative when you just completed something so positive? So let's try not to be unappreciative. Let's only focus on the fact that you graduated from college. We don't have to focus on how long it took you, how hard the classes were, how much you struggled. Let's just focus on the fact that you got to that finish line. Which brings me to a quote that I would like to end the video with. If you realize how powerful your thoughts are, you will never have a negative thought. That brings us back to being our biggest critics. If we can work on being a positive critic, we will fill our mind with nothing but positive thoughts. If we focus on the negative, those negative thoughts will continue to stay. And those thoughts are quite powerful.
So let's work on having those positive thoughts, being proud of ourselves, simply saying thank you, and showing appreciation for the fact that you have successfully completed something.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, in the next couple of videos, I will be leaving my email below because I would like to do a Q&A very soon. The Q&A won't necessarily be something personal about me. If anything, it's going to be more of questions that you've had that you felt that you couldn't ask anybody, or a question that you felt was not so popular. I hate to say a dumb question because I personally don't feel like there's a dumb question, because what might make sense to you may not make sense to the next person. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!